I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gon' live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad. I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad. Doing no cap. Only God wants, so you better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad.
Yeah.
Baby, I'm bad.
I just wanna stay bad, stay mad. Chip on my shoulder cause they treat me like an outcast. I ain't gonna take that, stay back. I'll be swinging hard till the hits come in all caps. I ain't gonna lay back, pray that someone's gonna help me. Ain't nobody like that. I ain't gonna wait, that's all fact. Give me one shot and I'll never get the throne back. I'm sick of being cautious. I'ma go cause something, can't stop this. I'ma steal everybody's lane, call it shoplift. Sick of hearing everyone complain when they thoughtless. Taste the pain, it's like candy canes. It makes me go change into a better frame, into a better name. Society's insane, we all live for fame, yeah. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gon' live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad. I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad. Do it no cap. Only God wants, so you better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad. Baby, I'm bad. I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gon' live it up. Baby, I'm bad. I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad. Do it no cap. Only God wants, so you better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad. Baby, I'm bad. I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, I'll live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad. I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad. Do it no cap. Only God wants, so you better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad. Baby, I'm bad.
What's up, everybody? How are y'all doing? Are we doing good? I'm not doing good. This sucks. This absolutely sucks. I know everybody is gonna expect me to scream, yell, because that's what I do on this channel, you know? I enjoy yelling and cussing about people. I realized it the last couple of days. I was talking to Bestie. I was talking to Beckett. And I was like, I know my role in this community, okay? I understand with everything on my channel, I'm going to hit a cap, but my role in this community is to yell and bitch about stuff. That is my role. Okay, that is what I do. And sometimes I can call it out of the park. You know, I can call that, you know, that's going to be a home run before it happens. All right. I get that. And I almost went live about this last night, and I'm glad I didn't. I'm going to be honest. I'm glad I didn't. Because I feel like I would have completely been out of pocket because I was so angry last night. And then I see people's comments, and as the viewers, y'all are so fucking confused on what happened. Because to y'all, this Bowblax shit seems like it happened overnight, doesn't it? Like it came out of nowhere. You know? And y'all are confused. And the sad thing is, there's a lot of background shit to this. Yeah, Marlikins, yeah. It feels a bit out of left field. And there's a lot of behind the scenes shit with this. And Bowblax fumbled it. And the sad thing is he's been in the game for so long, he knew what should have been done. He knew he should have never got one guide on Twitter and then just started just going manic. You know? No, Mags, you actually can't. That's the sad part. That's the sad part. No, you can't. I can tell y'all this. I am very angry about this situation, but I'm a different kind of angry. I'm not like the kind of angry I was at BJ Investigates, like the kind of angry that I've been with Ethan Klein, or even the kind of angry that I've been at Tipster. I'm not even that kind of angry. I am almost like a disappointed older female family member angry. Where, honestly, I can't even see myself yelling about this situation. I'm so mad. I am so disappointed. So what I'm going to do is, this is what we're going to do. I think Nick does a great job on Chud's stream from yesterday, kind of giving the skeletons of what's going on with the situation. Oh, and by the way, this live stream's staying up, as you can tell, because I was playing the non-copyrighted music. And then I'm going to fill in, like, my part of it and why I'm upset. I feel bad for Nick, too. I feel real bad for Nick, because Nick's been dealing with this for a while. You know? He's been dealing with this for a while. RZ for $4.99. Does any of this have to do with the technical failure of Locale Live last night? RZ, what do you think? I'm still going to heart your comment because I'm on the thing where I can do that. But what do you think? No, it does not. Yeah, and I don't know what kind of technical difficulties they were having over there, because I was busy watching a 2-hour video that Bowblax put together, which was basically just a compilation of lyric streams and that god awful call he had with Lyrics that he thought Lyrics was going to look bad in. And I'm telling y'all now, Lyrics didn't look bad in that call. At all. At all. He did not look bad in that call. Lyrics was actually giving him sound advice. I don't know. I don't know Bowblax's understanding of what was going on. And Stan, poor Nick, he's tired. Each year another friend bites the dust. Yes! And you know what? I feel like I'm starting to get that fucking curse from Nick. Look at 2023. How many friends did I lose in 2023? You know what I'm saying? But that's my tweet on the 12th, when I said that I don't have the same patience that I had in 2023. And I'm not divvying out my time or I don't have the same energy for my time or something like that in that tweet. That was about Bowblax. That was about Bowblax. Because I felt like I wasted my time with him. And in the one particular instance that Nick's going to talk about. But I can't yell and scream about this. I think I got it all out of my system last night. Because I was so angry last night. Oh my God, I was so angry. And I'm still angry. Don't get me wrong. I'm not all flowers and roses over here. But there's more concern now. You know? I wasn't talking about Nick's tweet, Bored Kitty. It was my tweet I was talking about. Here, I'll show y'all my tweet. Hold on. Let me go over to my tweet and I'll show y'all what I'm talking about. This sucks, bro. This absolutely sucks. It's absolutely fucking ridiculous that I even have to do this, bro. Okay. RZ for 199. I only asked because Locale Live episode was about him. Yeah, I know RZ, but why would I talk about the Locale episode? Why would I talk about that? They literally had zero to do with what happened. They were just going to talk about it because Keem wanted his licks in because he's had it for Bowblax for a while now. Okay? Keem did not like Bowblax. Alright, so here's my tweet. I said I don't have the patience with people like I did in 2023. I'm also not going to be played with my time either. That was about Bowblax. You know, I talked to Doe Jangles yesterday, and she was like, I was wondering what that tweet was about. I was like, yeah, it was about Bowblax. Yeah, this sucks, man. Just sucks. Holy crap. Alright, so, put a 1 in the chat if you're ready to get started. Juan says, Keem doesn't like a lot of people. You know, I think the only one Keem actually likes is you, Xylie. Juan, you obviously don't know Keem. Keem actually likes a lot of people. Alright. Okay, I gotta find where Nick starts at because you don't see him on the screen. So give me a second.
At leaks told was that
because I was almost, I'm going to be honest with y'all, I was almost not going to do the stream, but I felt like I had to. Lumpy Willie for 199 could have been worse. He could have got Mr. I don't know what you mean by that, Lumpy Willie. I'm going to be honest with you. But thank you for the 199. I appreciate it. I think this is about where he started.
You know, that video, and you weren't doing in-depth.
Josh was dropped. Wait.
Okay, that's
for
wonderful.
the Goon Squad.
But how do I make money?
Is it over? Thank you for the it's like of mice and men. Wearing all of this, but I'm not.
Hold on, I'm sorry. I had the timestamp written down somewhere, and like the old lady that I am, I can't remember where I wrote it down at. Okay, just leave me alone. Don't judge me. Only God can judge me.
hey.
Oh, okay. There he goes. That's where he starts. All right. All right. So this came from the stream yesterday. Chud Logic literally did the commentary community town hall on his stream yesterday. Everybody called in. Everybody called in. You had Nick, Smaggle, Willie, Tommy, Keemstar. It was like commentary community expos or something. You know? So, yes. Yeah, I know. So unprofessional. I know. I'm a professional streamer, y'all. I am a professional streamer. Because I'm very demure, very mindful. I hate that. I'm so glad that's over, not gonna lie. Unstoppable, thank you for joining Just Saying Gang. I appreciate it. It is messy. Now, I want y'all to hear what Nick had to say about it. All right? Yeah, let's go to 125. Again, this live stream's staying up.
Hey, Nicholas, what's up?
Yeah, I gave Queen additional context last night, but I figured I would give it to you too. Like,
Okay,
so
cheers.
this was coming. This did not come as a surprise. Well, it came as a surprise how fast it happened, but I consulted with the boys back at the lab, and we were aware this was going to occur. So, Josh got into a verbal altercation with Toastify because Lyrics and Toastify did general commentary coverage, right? And he leaked this call initially. I think it was to Smaggle. I'm pretty sure it was to Smaggle. So at that point, it's public information. I realistically.
That's one thing that I don't understand what Bowblax was doing. Bowblax was going after Lyrics, and the two people that he was giving stuff to was Toastify and Smaggle. Who are the two people that call in most to Lyric streams? That would be Smaggle and Toastify. Made absolutely no sense. And the only thing that I can think of, the reason why he was possibly giving it to him, because he thought he was the bigger channel and they would automatically take his side. Because of that. I'm going to be honest with you. I think that's probably why he did that. That's the only thing I can think of. I don't understand why you would give the two people who practically co-host on Lyric Stream all the time the shit that you're going to talk about with Lyrics. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. Why would you do that? Blonde Spaghetti, thank you for joining Just Saying Squad. I appreciate it. Thank you. Bro, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. And the sad thing is, okay, here's the thing. And I'm going to tell y'all straight up how I feel. Oh, this is how I feel about Lyrics. When Lyrics was covering all, like, remember we had a string this year of, like, essay allegations back to back to back to back to back? I'm going to be honest. Lyrics turned me off by his coverage. I was looking at Lyrics sideways by how he was covering that stuff and how he was acting on Twitter with it, how he was acting about them on his streams, and I was like, it gave me the ick. I'm not even gonna lie. Gave me the ick, and I was like, I don't know, bro. I don't know. That's gonna burn you one day. But I have to admit, his phone call with Bowblax, I'm going to be for real. I can't pick out one bad thing Lyric said. I cannot pick out one bad thing Lyric said in that call with Bowblax. I really can't. And Bowblax actually lied to Lyrics in that call. Talking about he didn't know that Chud was live streaming. Yes, you did. Nick told you. Nick told you he was live. It's stupid. Thank you, Brittany. Xylie is fair. Absolutely. I try to be. Ben says lyrics legit seem to be trying to be charitable as possible. Yeah, no, absolutely, Ben. Absolutely. Honestly, when you hear the call, Lyrics was, you could tell by that call that Lyrics, it's like, listen, I was doing content on you, on what was going on, but I want you to win. That's what his message was to Bowblax. I want you to win, Bowblax. It wasn't bad. He wasn't being snaky. You know? He wasn't at all. Steve, if you think this is raging, then this is not the channel for you. Okay? Yeah, one guy, me, I don't give a shit. If you think this is raging, this is not the channel for you. Anyway. Yes, I'm very demure, very mindful. But Lyrics didn't do anything wrong in that call. I don't care who says what. I don't care who says what. Lyrics didn't do a damn thing wrong in that call.
It probably could have just been leaked right there, but it wasn't. And then Josh was talking to a bunch of people in our Hangout server.
No, I'm not going to watch the lyric stream. I don't see the point in watching the lyric stream. I don't see the point of going over that Bowblax thing from last night at all. I'm not going over the lyric stream. I'm trying to give y'all the best explanation that I could give you. I'm trying to give y'all the best explanation that I can give you on what's going on. Nick seems so cornered in all this. You can tell he doesn't want to blast Bowblax, but he has to. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, you're answering someone in the chat. Oh, John. I'm sorry. I thought you were I'm sorry, dude. I thought you were typing into me. My bad, bro. My bad, bro. John, you know how it is here, okay? I randomly look at messages. I don't read everything.
At that point, it's public information. Realistically, it probably could have just been leaked right there, but it wasn't. And then Josh was talking to a bunch of people in our Hangout server or whatever. I think a few people were in there. I think Xylie and them were in there, and he was watching over the conversation with Toastify and Lyrics after Toastify and him had finished arguing. And he was making a case for himself as to why the coverage was bad and stuff. I wasn't present for this call, so I can't really give you a ton of details about it. It's just been kind of regurgitated to me. But what I was told was that he was discussing this leaked call that he'd already handed off, that we already had, because he leaked it to Smaggle. And he was discussing it with this new group of people about how he was going to leak it and how it made him look really good. And all of them told him this was a terrible idea.
Okay, so this is my problem with Bowblax. So we were me and a group of other people. As you know, Beckett was one of them because he talked about it on his stream last night. So we know Beckett was there. All right. So me, Beckett, and some other people were in the call in the Discord, in the super secret Hangout Discord, and we were chilling. And in comes Bowblax, and he was talking about how Toastify had talk smack about him on Lyrics' stream. Now, I know me and Beckett didn't know about it because we were playing D&D right before that call. All right. And so we ended up watching it, and the things that were said to Bowblax, and Bowblax agreed, and then he turned around and did the total opposite. I told Bowblax, I was like, okay, hearing Toastify and Lyrics talk about Bowblax, right? And Toastify going, I don't know if I can trust him, basically, because he recorded that call. He's over here recording private calls and then wants to leak them. You can't blame Toastify for feeling that way. And I told Bowblax, and it was me, and actually, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and say all of us because they pretty much agreed. I don't remember who exactly said it. I want to say it was me, but I'm not 100% sure. So I'm just going to say the group. Basically told Bowblax, had that have been after hours, you and Augie, if that would have been somebody else, you and Augie would have been saying the same kind of shit on after hours, and if anything, y'all probably would have been a little edgier about it. Because when it boils down to it, when you make content, you can become the content. At any point, you can become the content. And that's something you gotta know. And how long has Bowblax been in the game? And then he was telling us about the call. We hadn't seen the call between Bowblax and Lyrics at that point. All right, but he was telling us about the call. And we were like, and he was practically asking, should he leak it? And we were all like, no, don't leak it. Don't leak it. And then And then we were talking about, again, talking about the whole Toastify thing. And before he left, I remember asking him, so you and Toastify straightened it out, right? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, well, good. Because, I don't want a bunch of people in my Discord fighting and stuff like that. I'm not trying to deal with that. I go to my Discord for an escape, okay? Yeah, we may talk shop in that Discord sometimes, but most of the time, we're watching a bunch of goofy videos or laughing or just talking shit like a bunch of friends do, And then Bowblax left. And then before you know it, Bowblax is putting that tweet about Toastify on his Twitter, on his private account. Then I go under that private account and ask him, what the fuck are you doing, Bowblax? We literally just talked about this. And what does Bowblax do? He deletes that tweet and then kicks me off his private Twitter. Bruh, really? Because you got called out for your shit? Really? X8 said after all that, the next morning, Connor, I don't know why I said X8. Connor, after all that, the next morning, he still messages me that he's planning on leaking it for Mayo Monkey content. See, Connor, and that's what pisses me off, because when he left that call, he sounded like he agreed with us, right? And let me tell you something. That voice chat was full of people concerned for Bowblax. And we literally wasted our time in trying to work out this issue for him. Like, dude, we were literally telling him, why do you care what Lyrics has to say? Why do you care what Queeman has to say? You think people haven't talked crap about me? Guess what? I ignore it. I remember Bobby during my year of 2022 and 2023, okay? And I think y'all know who I'm talking about. Bowblax would tell me to do the same thing. Just ignore it. Don't engage with it. How come you can't take your own advice? You can't take your own advice. And I'm going to be honest with you. Before he left that call with us, I think he was bullshitting us, and he already had it in his mind what he was doing. He already had it in his mind that he was going to do that tweet. He already had it in his mind, yeah, I'm still going to leak it. And he wants to come up with this excuse that he changed his mind. No, bro. Your mind was already made up before you left that call, so that means you bullshitted me. I wasted my time giving a fuck about you. Anyway, so that's my part of it, and that's why I'm angry. I know some people might be on this, oh, she's just angry because Nick is angry, because he's a Nick Dick Rider. No. I mean, I feel bad for Nick. I do. Nick's known Bowblax for how long? They've been friends for how long? And what he says to Chud, you know Nick is feeling some kind of way about this. You know he is. But no, I'm mad because I personally had to deal with some of this shit. Yeah, you're never going to please 100% of the people. And you know what? That's absolutely fine. I'm not out here trying to please 100% of the people. Best believe I know a lot of people don't like me. I don't give a fuck. You know who does like me? The people who come to my chat every time I go live. Or the people who rewatch my streams because they missed the live stream. Or the people who watch my videos and stuff like that. Those are the people I fucking care about. The haters, I could care less. Except for my hate watchers. I do love my hate watchers. I love y'all, okay? Y'all help me out with the algorithm and everything. Thank you. I appreciate it. So, I mean, you know? All right, so let's keep going.
So he went off for the night saying, good, all right, this was good advice. I won't leak it. And then he immediately...
Yes, that's exactly what he did. Nick came in. As soon as Bowblax left, I would say maybe not even 5 minutes passed. Nick came back in, and Nick was like, so what's up? What's happening? And we were like, we diverted a crisis. Crisis has been averted, bruh. And he was like, are you sure about that? And we were like, what? The call was already leaked. And we didn't know that. We didn't know the call was already leaked at that point. I'm like, holy shit. So why did you come in there and practically act like you hadn't leaked the call already? But you had already leaked it. What? What?
Started firing off on Twitter about how he was going to, like, you know, he's talking more shit on Twitter. And then I think Xylie reached out to him and said, hey, this is the exact opposite of what you just said 30 seconds ago. So what the fuck is going on? And he kicked her off his private Twitter. So he just went completely rogue. At this point, I'd already heard the call because I was listening to it while they were talking and I wanted to hear what happened. And we'd realized that Josh sounds terrible in it, like for the duration.
He did sound terrible in it. And I hate to say this, Josh, and I mean this with all my heart. And I don't mean to be angry with this. For some reason, the word manipulative triggers you. But I'm going to be honest. You were manipulative in that call. And I think the reason why that word triggers you, because it's like somebody is putting a mirror in front of your face. Because I feel like you tried to manipulate us when you joined that voice call that night. I really do. I feel like you literally questioned my intelligence when you came into that call. And I anybody who knows me knows I don't like that. You don't question my intelligence. You know?
This is 50 minutes of Josh sounding like a manipulative little bitch, feeling bad for himself and then crying about it. Not literally, but you hear some voice cracks here and there. And I was like, okay, so we probably should let Lyrics know this is happening, just so we're all, you know, on the same page. But we shouldn't do anything about this because it makes more sense if we kind of wait and see if Josh sells himself down the river here. I want to see what Josh is going to do because everyone's telling him this is a bad idea. You shouldn't do this. Keep in mind, those people hadn't even heard the call, right?
You know, and we were hoping so bad that he would pull through this. We were all rooting for him. We were all rooting for Bowblax. We, like, legitimately, here's the thing, okay? Anybody that I give any kind of attention to as far as, like, I'm in a group chat with or I'm in a Discord with, any single one of them, if they have any issues, they can come talk to me. And I'm not talking about issues with me, just issues in general, all right? I'm an auntie for a reason. You know, there's been a couple of times, Bowblax, which I am not going to talk about what he talked about with me because it was private, but there are times that Bowblax came to me and talked to me about some stuff. And I was there to listen to him. I was there genuinely listening to him, wanting to help him out. And to think that he was already moving on with his plan before he got into that call, it's so disappointing. It's so disappointing. It's like, bro.
Right, they're telling him it's a bad idea. And Josh is denying people trying to help him, right?
Yes,
so
he is.
If he goes ahead and does this and destroys his own career, it's his own fault.
Yes.
So let's see what Josh does. And Lyrics is like, oh God, I want to cover this. I want to talk about this. And I just said, just give it a week. Give it a week. If he doesn't, you can leak it or whatever. And it was 4 hours. 4 hours it was up. He dumped it on the internet. So he by that point, I was mentally checked out of that situation. I was like, if he goes ahead and does this, then that's like it, you know? Because, I mean, at that point, this is a person who's unsalvageable. This is a person you can't help. He will not accept it.
Because he won't listen to anybody. Everybody was telling him, everybody in that call, and there was more than just two of us. Everybody in that call was like, nah, man, don't leak it. Nah. Listen, let it roll off your back, man. Again, if After Hours was still going and this was somebody else, y'all would be saying the same thing Lyrics and Toastify was saying. Y'all would be saying the same thing, maybe even edgier. Y'all know y'all would have covered this had it been somebody else. Come on now. Anybody who ever saw After Hours would know that. Again, if you are a content creator, you can become the content. Smasher, thank you for the 5 memberships. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. It's very nice of you. I appreciate it.
Okay, so I think, I and a lot of others would ask, why is it this that's the tipping point, not some of the other things that he's done that you've had problems with?
So I think in general, a lot of people are trying to point a lot of, hey, look, he was really weird 4 years ago. Hey, look, he was pretty quirky still for the last 2 years. I maintain the argument, and it's difficult to explain to an audience of people who are unaware of the context, that the Josh that is here right now is literally not that same guy. He is unhinged. Josh for the...
Oh my God, I tried to cut the alerts off. Did y'all just hear what Nick said? And did you hear how he said it? Listen back.
last 2 months.
Hold on.
2 years. In general, a lot of people are trying to point a lot of, hey, look, he was really weird 4 years ago. Hey, look, he was pretty quirky still for the last 2 years. I maintain the argument, and it's difficult to explain to an audience of people who are unaware of the context, that the Josh that is here right now is literally not that same guy. He is unhinged. Josh, for the last 2 months, has been completely unhinged, an unreliable narrator. He's done stuff I've never seen him do before. Take the worst characteristics of Josh from the last 4 years, and they're full throttle, driving down the freeway. The accelerator is stuck down. There's...
What does that sound like to you? Nick's been dealing with this for months, and nobody had it. Well, if you were friends with Nick, you knew. But, I mean, like the audience, the general audience, had no clue. So to the people who weren't already hating on Bowblax, that's why this is so confusing for you. It is sad, and Nick is right. Yeah, it's very sad, bro. I feel sorry for the long-term friends of Bowblax. I feel sorry for you guys. Listen, me, I felt like he tried to manipulate me, and I began a friendship with Bowblax. But I hadn't been friends with Bowblax that long like y'all have. And to be able to sit there and open discussion and say, he is not the same person he used to be, I don't know who he is, that's sad. And not trying to soy out, as the kids say, or whatever, but I feel sorry for you guys. I do. I feel sorry for you guys. That's kind of fucked up. Exactly. And that's the problem. Here is the problem. The problem is there is so much behind the scenes shit that this literally came out of nowhere for the people who weren't already hating on Bowblax. And it came out of nowhere for y'all. You know?
There's literally nothing to salvage. The guy's a husk. I don't even recognize the dude. So, again, I had negative interactions that give me these perspectives, so I don't necessarily understand the audience. I don't expect the audience to just take that as fact. But again, when he talks about not sharing deeply personal stuff in there, I'm scoffing at that because I know way too much about Josh's life. You know, way too much unprompted shit about Josh's life. So I don't know.
So think about the kind of position Nick is in. Think about it. Nick, you can look at Nick as like a leader in this part of the commentary community, okay? Obviously. All right? Think of the position that he is in. He knows a lot of background stuff that he can't tell y'all. It honestly probably wouldn't be right for him to tell y'all. And he is stuck in this position. Yes, Skip, he did, and I think he's still going through it. Skip says, so did he or did he not have a mental health crisis a couple of months ago? Yes, and he thinks he's through it, but I don't think he is. I think he's still going through it. And I seriously want him to get help. Skip. Hold on one second. Hold on one second. Hold on one second. You know. All right.
He is just completely gone. That's not. I don't even know that guy.
Damn. I mean, have you spoken to him directly about this at all?
We spoke fairly recently. We actually spoke after your stream, and I was under a certain. I can't really get into the details, but I had something he said in that conversation kind of like activated my brain and went, "Oh, okay, so this guy's been lying for me for 3 months," and then I kind of just separated. That was where because I talked to him, and again, I mentioned this to him, and I didn't mention this to you back then because I was protecting him on your stream. But this whole like debate over whether King of Nothing is manipulative or something. I'm sorry, oh, Josh is manipulative for this King of Nothing stuff. He's selling you this whole story publicly about how he's like, it's just a joke. I'm just making a joke, man. King of Nothing knows I leak all Nick's stuff to him, and Nick leaks all. I tell King of Nothing everything Nick says, and he said all this stuff, but privately he was telling me how King of Nothing stabbed him in the back, and he wanted to run a month of bully streams on him. So I get why people are mad at me because it sounds like a really petty drama, but. I mean, the guy is sending me crazy mixed signals here, and he always does this. So it's like,
right, I see.
Yeah, and I didn't bury him on your stream, and I think he genuinely forgot he said that to me. But like, it's just sounds crazy.
He was being snaky in terms
he was
of like
being snaky,
and quite honestly, he was kind of being that way in the lyrics call too. Yeah, it's heartbreaking. This is sad. That's why I can't throw a fit, and that's why I can't be going balls to the wall about this. Because it's sad. It's real sad. I don't like this. I don't like that this is happening at all. This is not fun. This is not fun at all. You know, this is real sad. That's why I'm not screaming. That's why I'm not pounding my desk. You know, I'm angry. But I'm like a concerned angry. You know what I mean? Like I'm angry at what he did, but I'm also concerned. Homeboy bought a house. And he literally just took his channel and doused it with gasoline and lit it on fire. With what he did. And I can't help it, the older woman in me, I'm concerned for him. I am. I'm legit concerned for him. And then I'm left with the audience who is confused. So I'm trying to at least give y'all, for those, because I know some of my audience doesn't watch Chud, so I'm trying to give y'all some kind of explanation of what's going on. I'm not here to berate Bowblax, but I'm also not here to not actually hold him account for what he did. You know? Weird Collar Guy for 10. This has all the signs of autistic burnout and exhaustion. I've been there. It is scary on the inside and incomprehensible on the outside. I'm not trying to excuse, just explain. No, I get it. I get what you're saying. I'm not mad at it. Somebody for 5. Sup, homies. Bobby really messed up. Honestly, sad sight to see. It is a sad sight to see. It's a very sad sight to see. You know? Yeah, this is just criticism. Like I said, I'm not going balls to the wall with this one. I'm not. I can't. It doesn't feel right to do that. But at the same time, I have what I would say is, you know, like a friend. Okay, definitely like a friend because, you know, Bobby felt like he could confide in me in some stuff. Okay, so I have a friend that is doing really stupid shit right now. And then I have another friend who is being hurt by this And some people are looking at him like the bad guy, but that's not the case. Nick did not turn on Bowblax on a dime. He didn't. It looks like that from the audience perspective, though. And that's the sad part. It looks like it, but it's not. That's the sad part.
The thing is, like, everyone talks privately. I'm not gonna say that like every single thing that is ever told to me I've handled perfectly or something. But that's like what I wear on my sleeve. Josh is desperately afraid for you to think he's not manipulative in any capacity, and that's the most manipulative part. Because like everyone gossips. We're drama channels, you know.
Listen, we already know about drama channels gossiping, okay? Tea Party chat leaks, remember? Just saying. Locken says people are going to blame Nick anyway simply because they don't like Nick. Yeah, everybody's going to get the blame. Everybody's going to get the blame. Everybody's going to get some kind of blame somehow. Well, you didn't call Bowblax out for this. You didn't call Bowblax out for that. The thing is, and I think this is something that the audience don't understand. When one of my friends fuck up, because I respect them and the friendship that we have, the first thing I'm going to do is try to fix it behind the scenes. That's the first thing I'm going to do. Because I respect them enough not to fire up a live stream and make them content. I'm going to try to fix it behind the scenes. Because I want to respect that friendship. That's why I keep telling y'all, and the sad thing is, listen, the audience loves blood. The audience love and they crave blood. But sometimes that's not the appropriate thing to do. And sometimes when you think people are being, all I'm going to tell y'all is this. Sometimes when you think content creators are being silent about something and not speaking out on something, 9 times out of 10, oh, they're saying a lot in the background. They're trying to fix it in the background.
We're Costco drama channels, dude. Of course we got to do the drama bacon, you know?
True.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's like, I mean, obviously we had the cherry incident, right? You and I. But
yeah,
it's like, I would not take something you bring to me. You know, like, I've alluded to stuff to DK about stuff that maybe is coming up, so he's aware on a very private basis. But I would never take what you tell me and, like, go and tell a bunch of people about it, right? Like, that's insane.
Yeah.
Your friend is an extension of your credibility, so you are duty-bound to call them on their bullshit because it makes you look foolish if you co-sign it. Just because you don't talk about something, it doesn't mean you co-sign it. And Loki, I better never see you talk about somebody using guilt by association. Because that's exactly what you just described, guilt by association. Now, granted, everybody does guilt by association. I don't care who you are. You may say out loud you don't do it, but everybody does it. But that's exactly what you just described. You're not co-signing it. You're not co-signing it if you don't talk about it. Now, if you talk about it, yeah, I agree. That's a co-sign. Not saying anything doesn't necessarily mean you're not co-signing. It doesn't mean you're co-signing it. Oh yeah, we're going to go to Tommy C, Kitty. We're going to go to Tommy C. We're going to see what Tommy C has to say about it. Best believe.
It's like totally unreasonable.
There's a certain nature of this content that I don't think the average normie gets, and it's like the most trustworthy person is the most predictable, not the no, like, you know what I mean? Like the most trustworthy sector, like person in this sector, is the person that you could guess how they're going to like take that information and what they're going to do with it. It's sad, but like it's just part of the nature of news in this sector. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
I'm not feeling good about Tommy getting another one.
Remember earlier this week I said I wasn't going to talk about any of this after the Chud stream, and people were asking me to talk about Nick and Bobby being on Chud stream, and I said I wasn't going to talk about it because I knew shit was happening, and I was like, I don't want to get in the middle of it. But the problem is I wouldn't be talking about this now if Bowblax hadn't have jumped in that call with us and did the total opposite of what he said he was going to do. He already had it in his mind. He already had it in the works before he jumped in the call with us. You know? In a friend group, when some BS happens, I'm gonna call my friend on it, and that's BS. Yeah, that's what happens. That's actually what happens, bro. You know?
That's all I'll say. Tommy got another one today.
Well, okay, here's the other. Smaggle also said he's got something to add, but no other people, okay? Not that. Look what happened last time, Smaggle. You can come on, but
But
let's do that.
I want to send you one thing. Before we get Smaggle, can you click the link I sent you by Sensory Stories?
Yeah, sure. Okay.
Because Bowblax went crazy on July 15th. Are you familiar with July 15th is in YouTube drama?
No, what's that?
That was going to be the event of FouseyTube's convention that he was doing. Like July 15th is going to change the world. So like I think the monster that eats FouseyTube's brain took over Josh on the anniversary of the.
Oh, that's what you meant in the first comment? Ah, okay, Loki, I get you. All right, I get what you're saying now. Yeah, that's what you do. Hey, listen. Y'all see Skip in the chat, all right? Best believe when she feels like I'm fucking up, she tells me. And that's what a friend does. And that's why she's my ride or die. That's why I trust her. She's probably the most trusted person I have on the internet. Because she will tell me, flat out. She will tell me. And I respect that about her. And she's been like that since day one. Yeah, bad bitches for life. Absolutely. Absolutely. There was a point in time it was me and her against the world. But she always kept it real with me. Always. And that's one thing I will never take away from that woman. That's why she's my best friend. Because I know with her, I will get a true perspective. And that's the kind of friends you want around you.
The convention. But he sent me this one time, and I just want to point this out to you because I just think it's interesting in hindsight. It's obviously not a DM from him directly, but he sent me this, and he wanted me to explain, like, this is why people think he's manipulative, and it's his literal debate playbook, 1 for 5. Every single one of these things, it's literally his debate playbook. It ruins the entire immersion, but yeah.
Okay, I'll just read it for everyone. So why I think autistic people are often accused of being manipulative in 5 steps. 1, autistic person and another person have a misunderstanding. 2, other person accuses autistic person of something based on their perception of the situation. 3, autistic person feels the need to defend and explain themselves, so they do their best to get OP to see their side. 4, OP slips into an ever so slight understanding of autistic person's view of things, but doesn't want to accept that their own version might not be the full story, so they get themselves to snap out of it and double down on their accusations. 5, OP decides that it must be the autistic person making up a story to manipulate them because it almost works, but they were smart enough to figure it out before actually being manipulated.
So like everyone else is bad faith, and Josh is a victim of circumstance. And this is it. Like he'll fight with the entire internet, but it's because he's autistic and right that everyone doesn't want to admit that they're wrong.
But the thing is before he jumped into that call with us, he already had it in motion, and he was leaving that call. It felt like he was agreeing with us about not releasing the call, not putting the call, like not releasing it and giving it to people. It felt like I remember asking him about Toastify, was him and Toastify good? And he put that tweet out afterwards. He already had it in motion. This thread does not explain that. You know?
I mean, even if we accepted this as factual, it doesn't matter. Like, people are not going to be concessionary to him because he's autistic, and it's like, oh, I need to be more considerate of that. Like, that's his problem to manage. You know, that's his thing. That
I said straight up to him, saying like, hey, dude, if you think that every single person is reading your tweet incorrectly, have you ever stopped to consider that maybe your tweet was worded poorly? He's like, yeah, I know. It's like, but the whole.
That's what I told him about that subtweet. I was like, Bowblax, everybody thought that was a subtweet. It was a tweet that he had done on his private, and I had went under there going, what is this tweet, dude? It was about like when I answered, like, we all talk shit. That's what we do. You know, That's what we do with drama channels. We all talk shit. But it looked like it was a subtweet. Everybody thought it was a subtweet. And I tried to explain that to Bowblax. That's what it looked like. Believe me, I used to subtweet all the damn time. I used to subtweet all the time. People used to get mad at me for subtweeting because they didn't know if I was talking about them. Half the time I was, but they didn't know if I was talking about them. I know a subtweet when I see it. And I was like, Bowblax, that looked like a subtweet. I think it was at Lyrics. I think it was towards Lyrics. And listen, you got 4K followers on your private account. Your private account is not very private. Okay? I'm sorry. A 4K private account is not very private. I hate to tell you that.
Whole internet is getting this wrong because I guess they all have like a bone to pick with you and they're all like giving a malicious reading, or maybe you just write like an idiot sometimes and throw everything on Twitter. Like, what am I supposed to do? Not tweet, man? Yeah. If you got the gene, yeah.
Also, how do we like he recorded this call? You know, there seems to go beyond just a disagreement about the interpretation of his actions. Like he, recorded a call and then intended to release it publicly for no good reason, right?
It's not even no good reason. He has no idea why people are mad, and he thinks this call makes him look good. He is in a fugue state. This guy is delusional. This guy is like Walter White naked in the fucking grocery store. I don't know what is happening right now.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I mean, it is very inconceivable. I'll be honest, mate. Right? I wish you'd have said this on the call. I know you're trying to protect your friend, but I was trying to be fair, and it turns out you were sat there knowing that he was being a little fucking snake.
You know what? I don't blame Nick for how he acted in that call. I don't blame Nick for how he acted in that call. And was he technically sweeping? I mean, sure, I guess. That's his friend. He doesn't want to blast his friend in front of everybody in a chat with more than 1,000 people in it. I don't blame him. I'm sorry. There's some things you don't do.
Well, I think Queeman was doing a perfectly fine job of holding him to account.
Okay. I mean, sure, but I don't know. It's like,
again, there are factors at play here that I don't really think are. The thing is, I'm gonna get, if I say anything else further, J-Stock's gonna be in my DMs being like, "You're trying to assassinate this guy in cold blood," because he keeps texting me that every time I say anything. He's like, "You're trying to kill him." Every single time. I'm trying to manage this as best I can because Josh is like completely unhinged.
And he's been trying to manage this for months. For months. Not days, not weeks, months. And hasn't said a word.
And I'm like, I don't really know how to navigate this properly. And I know way too much shit privately that's not public. And if any of that leaks, it's going to be my problem. And I don't want to deal with that. Look, I said at the beginning of the year, dude, with Edwin, because Edwin was like begging to do another fucking conversation with me because the first one didn't go well, and I gave him the first I literally said, Edwin, you're like a complete fucking burden on me. I really said that to him, and it was a fucked up thing to say, but I don't care, because then I spent the next 9 consecutive months posting content to YouTube like I wanted to be doing. And yeah, you want to talk about anchors? Yeah, I have a lot of fucking anchors, all right? I don't want to deal with it. And I don't want to be like put in the position where I have to like I have to do a fucking fireside chat every single year for the last 4 years to tell somebody that they're too gay to hang out with us on Discord anymore, and I'm just fucking tired of it. I had to do this with John, I had to do this with Flamenco, I had to do this with fucking Edwin. Annually, someone blows themselves up, and everyone's like, can you please send them to pasture? It's like, why, just for once, can you guys do it? Do I have to do this every single year?
Right, I see.
And that's a lot of pressure to put on somebody. Think about it. That's a lot of pressure to put on somebody. I'm sorry. I feel bad for Nick on this situation. I do. I feel bad for him. Because he's got people calling for blood for the blood gods against his friend that he's been friends with for years. Nick is the manager. Yeah. Like the commentary Karens go to Nick and go, end him, fire him. And it gets tiring. It gets tiring. I can't imagine. I can't imagine.
Okay. So yeah.
Why do you remind me of a Tommy C? Sussy, most likely because Tommy C and I are practically the same age. We come from a totally different generation than most of our audience. That's probably why. Okay, we're both Gen Xers. And you can hear it in our voice and how we deliver things.
Yeah, your frustration is born out of the fact that it feels like it's always you that has to deal with these situations, and you just didn't want to have to, like of Mice and Men, you didn't want to have to pull the trigger on Lenny looking at the rabbits for the 5th time.
I'm making content now. I don't give a fuck about any of it. Like, it's funny to me. Like, obviously, I'm engaging with it, but like, I don't know. I'm not trying to micromanage a community, bro. This commentary community's been dead for a year. Dude, people are like, oh, the Goon Squad's breaking up. Who's the Goon Squad? It's me. Dude, Tom's doing other shit now. Tipster's fucking gone.
Yeah.
Like, been blown out of the fucking room. Augie's not streaming. Josh is crazy. John Swan's gone. Okay, there is no Goon Squad. It's just...
There is no Goon Squad. It's just Nick. It literally is just Nick. I mean, yeah, Tom does commentary stuff, but Tom is on a totally different level now, and he's doing, like, the IRL, which, by the way, I do enjoy his IRL channel. I really do. I enjoy that channel. But Tom, like he said, Tom's doing other stuff now. It's just Nick. We just hit the year anniversary, university. Oh, my God. Okay, speak English. We just hit the 1-year anniversary of Augie not streaming. It's literally just Nick. There is no Goon Squad. Those days are long gone. They're long gone. It's done. You know? People have either moved on and doing other things or they got ousted. You know?
Just fucking me. There's no community. The community's been dead for a year. We're just in the commentary community now. You know?
Do you feel like Kanye?
Like no, I'm saying, like, we're just assimilated into, like, larger commentary. There's no small sector. That died a year ago, bro. That died when Augie stopped streaming. And we're still feeling the fucking repercussions of all the retards he hoarded around.
So, so as much as people go...
Okay, he's kind of not wrong there. I'm sorry, he's kind of not wrong there. But hey, listen, we got Smaggle out of it, okay? Listen, I really like Smaggle. I remember when Smaggle used to hate me. But one day, I talked to him in a voice chat, and we've been good ever since. Because Smaggle understands me. Because he thought I was one way, and he found out rather quickly I'm not actually like that. You know? So, I'm a Smaggle fan, alright? Smaggle's good peoples. He could be a little shit sometimes, best believe. He could be a little shit, and I tell him when he's being a little shit, but he's good people. When he used to spam L women, yes. Yeah, and he still does. It was funny. During that Bobby thing last night, it was a 2-hour horrible video, right? And Smaggle was the only one that had... I went to type something, and I was like, oh my God, I don't have my wrench, right? And I said something in the chat about not having my wrench, and Smaggle was like, yeah, haha, Xylie. And then Smaggle went to type, and his wrench was gone. And I was like, oh, what were you saying, Smaggle? What was that, Smaggle? Smaggle. Yeah, buddy. How does it feel? You don't have your wrench either. Little shit. He's such a little shit. Yeah, instant karma. Exactly.
But you for the sweeping and protecting these people. Do you feel that Augie should bear some responsibility for this as well?
Yes.
Tell me more about that.
Former Killstream co-hosts, okay, and fucking made them into little house pets. All right. Every single weird freak that has come out of this community in the past 5 years was part of Augie's gay little rat pack. Okay, and now, only when all of them have been finally purged, watch, this guy's gonna come back and bring on 15 more retards that we're gonna have to deal with for the next fucking year. Now, watch. Now, after all of this, he's gonna come back.
Okay, Nick's a little frustrated. He's a little frustrated. He's just a little frustrated, okay, buddy? I I love it. I love it when Nick goes on tangents like that. It's entertaining. I don't know what it is.
Just wait for it. Just wait. Oh god, I don't know. I think it's funny. I do. It's just yeah, I don't know. It's kind of depressing, like when there's some sort of weird lolcow gene that keeps taking over your friends and killing them every year. You know?
Yeah, I mean, what would you say is like the key things to avoid? I'm going to take some notes. What are the key things to avoid?
I don't think you can. I don't think. What can you? That's the thing is, what are the key things to avoid? Can we make a tip list so we can hand it to Josh so he can help himself? No, because he's not going to listen to anything we have to say. Because he doesn't listen to anything we have to say. So it's like there is no key list. Avoid people who aren't focused on making money because those people have something to lose. All the love of the game guys are going to implode. All right. Stay around all the people who are focused on making a living wage. Those people are sick. Those people are not sitting on Discord 24 hours a day planning some weird gay op or having a mental breakdown.
I see what you mean. Right. So people that get too invested in the idea that they're doing something beyond making money means that they're going to be plotting and doing gay shit behind the scenes generally.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
If they have a paycheck that comes every month, okay, and they're trying to better themselves and better their career, they don't have time to be retarded.
He actually has a point with that. He actually has a point about that. You got to be surrounded by people who have the right mindset. You need to be surrounded by people who have the right mindset and that will call you out on your shit. That will absolutely call you out on your shit. You need to be surrounded by people that if you need, and I understand he's the optics guy, but this is true. And we do this all the time. Like Beckett and I, we do this all the time. I'm going to make this tweet. What do you think? You think this is optically okay? Or, hey, I made this video. I'm not too sure about it. Can you watch it for me? And give me your takes about it. You want those friends that will be truthful with you, that if something's fucked up and you shouldn't do it, they will tell you it's fucked up and you shouldn't do it. You need those people around you. And honestly, that's in life. That's just, that right there, that's a life lesson. That's not just a YouTube lesson. That's a life lesson. You need people around you that will call you out on your shit. Because nobody's perfect. And you gotta have that one person that's not scared to call you out on your shit. And you gotta be willing to do the same thing to them.
Yeah, I mean, getting wrapped up in Discord shit is a waste of time. I've learned the hard way that you're best off just ignoring 99% of the shit that happens on Discord.
I was talking to Tommy about it yesterday. He goes, you know,
Hey, Loki, we're on the same page then. Let's go. All right, Loki, I get you. I take back my earlier comment. I get what you were saying now. Listen, it's kind of hard when you got to type it out and you don't hear inflections or anything like that. I get it. Yes, we are on the same page, Loki. Absolutely.
I wasn't really keen on your perspective at first because obviously it just sounds like hang out with
Just Jess, thank you for joining the Just Saying crew. I really appreciate it.
a bunch of sellouts, right? But no, thinking about it, sitting down going like, hey, dude, just like if you're associating with people who are currently making money and trying to make money and trying to push themselves in the career in a positive direction, then those people are probably more mentally stable, realistically. On a 9 out of 10 basis, that person doesn't have time to do any of this Bowblax shit.
Yeah, sure. I guess what else is that? I mean, I think, you know, this blowing up on stuff. I mean, I don't know if you agree with this or not, but to me, people are talking about 4-year-old drama and criticizing him for it. You either need to just say, yeah, I fucked up, and that's it, or just ignore it, because people probably won't be talking about this in a week.
Yes, and that's what I was telling Bowblax. I was literally giving Bowblax the exact same advice that he gave me a year ago, or year or two ago, okay? Or probably within the last 2 years, all right? Listen, Bowblax. Of course people are going to stream about that Chud stream. Of course people are going to talk about it. Drama is dry right now. People are over the Mr. Beast story because it's getting old. All right? Nobody really gives a shit. Dr. Disrespect already came out, getting old because of his response. There's really nothing going on right now. Of course they're going to go over that call on Chud Logic's stream. Of course they are. Again, once you make content, you can become the content. I had to learn that. And I know Bowblax knows that's how it works. You know? And of course, what are people going to do? Drama's dry right now, so they're going to go through every one of Bowblax's, problems that he had, issues, the whole Boomba stream, the Black Lives Matter song. They're going through all of it. Of course they are, especially after how he acted after people were just going over the call. People are going to do that. Listen, I still get the Tea Party chat leaks thrown in my face to this day. And the fallout that came out of those Tea Party chat leaks, I'm still getting those thrown into my face to this day. And it's always going to haunt me. It's always going to haunt me, and I know that. And when people bring it up, I'm like, okay, yeah, it happened. But I got to keep moving. I got to keep doing my content. I don't need to worry about what other people are saying. I really wish Bowblax would have never joined that call. I really do. I wish it would have never happened.
Right?
Yeah, I mean, dude, we're YouTube drama channels. It's only 4-year drama if you don't like it. But if it's...
Yes.
I mean, we're perfectly fine with digging in 5-year-old, 6-year-old, 7-year-old drama if it makes our videos better.
Exactly.
So.
Exactly. That's how it works. Burn the World says the Matt Pitt stuff will always haunt me too. There's things we did, cringe or not, that will be thrown our way no matter what. It's up to the individual to get over it and move on, take the punches. Burn, that is probably the best thing I have ever heard you say. Heard or read that you said. Honestly. Because you are right on with that. You really are. You are right on with that. I'm gonna hear about that god awful stream I did, last February? I'm gonna hear about that forever. I'm gonna hear about the Tea Party chat leaks. I'm gonna hear about how I used to be I used to be woke and I used to tone police people. They're gonna pull up my old tweets. Hell, again, there's tweets that Bowblax knows and we talked about, but I'm not going to delete the tweets because I said what I said back then. That's how I felt back then. I'm not going to run from it. There's tweets about that Black Lives Matter song that Bowblax did. I call Bowblax racist. Because I used to be an SJW type. I don't run from it. It is what it is. I've talked about it enough with y'all. Y'all know I don't run from it. I have cringy ass live streams talking about how they used to do N-word towers in Augie's stream and how bad that was. I don't run from it. It is what it is. You can't run from it. Because the more you try to run, 1, the more people dig, and 2, the more people will call you out. Just don't run from it. It happened. Yeah, I said it. That's how I felt at the time. They still bring up the fact that you were a mod and talk. Yes! And I have to constantly hear about that. I have to constantly hear about that too. It's amazing what I have to hear. But you know what? Yeah, it happened. Okay. Bye. You know?
Yeah, no, exactly.
What is 4-year drama? If you're trying to establish a pattern of behavior, why not? If it's bad, sure, people will tell you it's bad, but who cares if it's 4 years old?
Yeah, no, it seems like, I mean, maybe it's not exactly the same, but hasn't Bowblax looked at old tipster stuff before as part of his book?
Eva says everything that people deem problematic. Okay, wait. Everything that people deem problematic cycles back every 12 months when the content dries up. Yes, 100%, Eva. 100%.
Bully stream.
Okay, hold on.
Who cares if it's 4 years old?
Yeah, no, it seems like, I mean, maybe it's not exactly the same, but hasn't Bowblax looked at old tipster stuff before as part of his bully streams, I would have thought.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. But then the other day, I guess you're maybe being defensive of Bowblax, but Bowblax was saying he doesn't mind people covering his stuff. Like,
That's just not true.
Right. Yeah.
No, because this whole lyrics thing is just because they slighted him on a live stream. Bowblax is one of the most vindictive people I've ever seen in my entire life. He's held a grudge against Tommy for 6 consecutive years because they had a disagreement over. I don't even remember why he hates him. But again, he told me with the King of Nothing stuff. He said, like, I just can't wait to run a fucking month of streams on the guy. So the guy will lock in and have, like, a fixation on you. I think that...
But meanwhile, talking about how King of Nothing is his friend. But he's talking about he can't wait to run a string of bully streams on him. I'm gonna let y'all just simmer with that one. I'm gonna let y'all simmer with that one.
Another good example is Destiny and his position on Destiny. Because part of the reason that this whole thing happened is because Bowblax basically he pushed a tweet where they were accusing Destiny of being a pedophile. And
the little trikes thing, yeah?
Yeah, there's like a really good post on Destiny's subreddit going through it where he obviously apologized. I have to include that part. But like the little trikes person is Courtney. Do you know Courtney?
Yeah, I think I've spoken to Courtney before.
It's not important that you know Courtney or chat knows Courtney, but Bowblax knows Courtney.
Yeah, we all know Courtney. We all know Courtney. Courtney was like a big chatter in this community for a long time. We all know Courtney. You knew Courtney just by listen, I knew who Courtney was before I even joined this community. Because you used to always see her in all the chats. You saw her in everyone's chat when they were live. Everybody knew who Courtney was.
We know Courtney. We defended her last year against Michael Alberto. This is like a person that we know. I can understand a random person lying and pushing this tweet to call Destiny a pedophile. Maybe they don't understand the context. I think that's probably slim to none too. But you don't have that luxury. You know these people, both of them. So
what about
I
this
called
claim
up,
that it was just a joke, though?
It wasn't a joke. It was not a joke. I'm sorry, it wasn't. And you can take my word for it or not, but to be honest, I don't think I have to really sell that super hard.
Okay. But what about this claim?
I do not feel at all.
Verse. What is that? DM me that. Because I'm not just going to click it because I don't know if I trust you. I'm not just going to click that. I don't know if I trust you. Go ahead, Verse. Send it to me in Discord. Come on. Come on, Verse. Send it to me on Discord. Come on, Verse. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I know better than to click that.
Nervous about saying that wasn't a joke. And he apologized for it publicly, so I don't think he...
Well, what about this claim, though, that all of this could be explained by, and you seem to kind of, push this as well somewhat, this idea that he's having this mental breakdown?
I'll tell you, I sat down last night, not to call anybody out specifically, and I took Tommy through it. And Tommy doesn't hate Josh, but Tommy's very skeptical, right?
I have to admit, I don't hate him either. And I want him to pull out of this. I do want him to pull out of this. But I can't ignore the fact of what he did the other night. I can't ignore it. Because I feel like he involved me at that point. Because he lied to me. He lied to me and everybody else in that chat. That was in that voice chat. Okay, hold on. Let me see what this exclusive from Verse is. Yeah, no, You thought you were going to get me. You thought you were going to get me. No, sir. Nope, I am not playing it. Nope. Because as soon as I saw it, I knew what was going to be played. Nah, you ain't getting me today. Not today, Satan. Not today, Satan. Yes, I am. Call me what you want, Verse. Call me what you want, Verse. Nope.
and maybe this will be something that chat can understand, because I obviously can't provide this information. I'm still the bad guy if I dump my DMs and kill Bowblax live on stream. But I took Tommy through it because I wanted his opinion on it, because he's obviously skeptical of all this stuff, and his take coming away from this is that, like, he thinks Josh is completely, like, everything I'm saying, completely gone, totally mentally ill, like, potential flight risk. Yeah.
Josh needs an actual break. Bowblax, when I say a break, not from YouTube. Get off Discord, get off Twitter, get off YouTube. A complete and total break. When he took his quote-unquote break, he really didn't take a break. It wasn't really a break. It was a break off of YouTube, but wasn't a break. He literally needs to take a break and get his shit together. He needs to get off the internet. And I'm not saying that to be mean. It's like legitimately that's what he needs to do. He needs to reset. Yes.
Yeah, sure. I just, you know, I guess that for a lot of people, it's probably just going to be like, well, why didn't you say anything sooner or do anything sooner? Like, why is it only now? Like,
I think that if and when this is discussed publicly, I'm not really afraid that people, again, once Josh started talking on your stream, I shit you not, somebody who I hadn't given any details to messaged me privately saying, oh, I get it now. Like, once he started talking about, like, potential family abuse or something, people who I was having this discussion with but not giving any firm details to, because I was trying to figure out how to handle this best, were already starting to reach out to apologize to me. I don't think that's necessary. I don't know if this stuff's ever gonna come out, but that's why I don't like to talk about it. That's why I'm not gonna talk about it on my stream, probably, because it just sounds like I'm giving a teaser for something that's never coming. But the reality of the situation is, I am pretty fucking sure that anything I say, I think I'm doing the right thing based off of the information that's here. And it's really difficult to kind of convey that without just providing it to people. And I can live with the fact that some people won't agree with me.
Okay. Greenman is saying that he won. Would you agree with that characterization?
I think that reacting to Queeman as Josh was an instant W. I think that everything else is more. Again, you're correct. He did not have to deal with any of this. He didn't have to engage with this. He didn't have to blow up his career and look crazy.
Yeah, like, you know, obviously, I'm, you know, me and Queen on good terms, but you can just ignore him. At Bowblax's size, all of this could have been ignored.
Yeah. Yeah. He could have just ignored him. Why care? You know? Just ignore it and keep doing you, man. You know? That's the best thing you can do. Just ignore it.
Even Lyric's calling him manipulative. There's no reason to respond to any of it. From what I can see. What downside is there to just literally ignoring it all?
I don't think Josh is in a good state of mind. I think he's completely delusional.
So
I don't think he has any idea about it. Yeah, and I also don't think that's an excuse. And I think he's dangerous.
He's dangerous. Wait, this is
not like murdering people dangerous, but like, yeah, I think he's dangerous. I think he's completely unhinged. I think he's gonna do a bunch of crazy, reckless shit in the next couple of weeks. I think he's already doing it to himself. Yeah, I think this guy's completely. I think he lost it.
And he did. He turned around and he did. All right, so Smaggle ended up calling in. Queeman ended up calling in. Keemstar called in and did Keemstar things. Okay, I honestly, I don't need to hear what Keemstar said about it. I'm going to be very honest with you. Keemstar was doing Keemstar things when he called in. I would show you Tommy and Willie talking, but they had so many audio issues that not worth it. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to Tommy's stream yesterday. And I think Tommy has one of the best balanced takes about this so far. Although I have to say, I don't think Lyrics has said any. I don't know what Queeman said. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know what Queeman has said. But I do know what Lyrics has said, and I don't feel like Lyrics has been malicious in this at all. I really don't. I think his takes were fair. Call Willie to give his take on here. It is Saturday at 1:24 p.m. I'm pretty sure Willie is nowhere near Discord. Because listen, Willie is the only normie in the community. Okay? Willie actually touches grass and goes places. Okay? Willie actually has a life. Okay? So, I mean, I bet you he's probably picking apples right now or something. Willie's probably in an orchard picking apples.
Toastify tweet. Like, there's nothing.
Okay, let's see. Boop, boop, intro. All right, let's start here. All right. Yeah, he's wholesome. And listen, I agree with Nick about this. Willie is the last remaining normie, and we have to protect him above all else. We have to protect Willie, okay? We cannot let Willie become terminally online. We can't do it. We can't do it. We can't let that happen. You know? Yeah, he's probably off having a picnic, exactly. All right, so this is Tommy C's stream yesterday. And this was before Bowblax came out with that video. So
I guess Bowblax screwed up his whole career. Is that what I'm being told?
Yeah, that's what I'm.
I actually don't know all the details as far as what was done in Pollock. I know he's got a hard on for lyrics, like he had a hard on for me, and he's had a hard on for other people, and I've mentioned that over 5 years ago before you were even a part of this thing. And it's almost the same thing as Tipster. I have a little.
Remember, I have this at 125. That's why his music in the background sounds weird. So, just to let you know.
I guess there's an expectation for me to throw him under the bus and go nuts. Hey, I already did. And it also feels a little weird considering I had some kind of probably my 15th "we're okay now, dude" conversation back in July. And we've had those before. And by the way, I'm not the one that pulled the rug, he was. And then I guess I'm supposed to get like really mad. Otherwise, I didn't do it as bad as Tipster. Oh, wait a minute. I've been consistent the whole time.
Yeah, you were kind of the guy that was just like, I told you guys a long time ago, but I guess, all right, whatever, okay. Like,
well, I feel the same way. If you remember, I was cool with still being friends with Tipster despite Keffels, despite everything, because I just like kind of gotten over it. Like this is a really similar situation there, and Bowblax has put himself in a horrible situation because it's and I think it's kind of a testament to, I guess, our side of the internet, our squad, that we just didn't go right for the content. It's easy to go for the content.
Yeah. I didn't go straight for the content. I didn't want to get involved. I remember people for like two, maybe 3 live streams straight. Xylie, are you going to talk about Bobby calling into Chud's stream? Are you going to talk about Bobby calling into Chud's stream? No, I'm not going to talk about it. And I'm not going to get in the middle of this thing between Nick and Bobby because, listen, friends have disagreements. Friends have disagreements. I wasn't going to. But now I kind of have to because I got people who are confused. I'm getting DMs from people who are like, what is going on? And that night when he called into the VC, threw me in the middle of it. You don't have to, Verse. You don't have to. Well, I was going to go through what he's saying. Leave me alone. Or give me a timestamp.
It's hard to stick by somebody, or some people would be sweep. It's hard to sweep. And I've said this before. Like, I took a lot of stuff for Crown T. I could have jumped on the bandwagon. Like Tipster jumped on the bandwagon against me, and I didn't. Glad I didn't. Because I got to look at myself at like. I'm not like Andy Worski, and I'm not like those guys. I don't, I'm not going to, there are times when I'm not going to bend to whatever the audience wants. But here's one thing I will do. I will tell the truth, but everything I say, any negative I say about Bowblax today, I've already said. So I'm sorry, if you're going to say, look how passionate he was in this situation versus the Bowblax situation. Sorry, that was 5 years ago. Half a decade ago.
Yeah, before I was even around.
And then it's like, well, I guess what I should have done is just not been Augie's friend and not been and say that Nick stabbed me in the back because they decided to kind of work with him or look the other way or still be his friend. And I suppose I could have done that, but guess what? I wouldn't be here if that was the case. I wouldn't have a show at all. And I don't like. First of all, I remember like
you got to be able to put petty shit off to the side. You got to be able to do it. You know, I have friends in this space that I don't like some of the people they talk to, and they know I don't like those people, but I don't hold it against them because they talk to them. You know, now if they talk to certain people, I'd be like, nah, I'm done with you. No, but you can't do that. You know, or you wouldn't be able to talk to anybody. You know.
I told that story before with Roger Clark. Was the one that told me my buddy was banging my girlfriend back in my 20s. The guy does Red Dead Redemption, and. I remember like this weird feeling. Like I expected all my friends to kind of turn on him, and I was my 20s. I was stupid. I was my 20s at my time, and none of them did. And they were like, "Yeah, it's really fucked up. We did with you, but we've known him our whole lives." And I remember feeling so backstabbed over that. And then I kind of like grew up and realized, that's just the way it rolls. So when I've been put in positions like that, after that,
hold on. Dude, I already went through all of that. What are you, Verse? I'm not downloading that just to play that. Verse, I don't trust you because that's not a timestamp. I feel like you're going to get me again.
I think he popped on Discord once. Let me see. The last time I messaged him was...
Bro, just give me a timestamp. And I could pull it up. What are you doing? Then give me the timestamp, Verse. Oh my God. Verse is killing me. Verse is killing me. Oh, it's a minute? Okay. All right. I swear to God, Verse. Verse, I promise you, if what happens, what I think is going to happens, I'm going to ban you from my chat. Not really, but I will give you a very strongly worded DM.
No, 829. That's close. That's a week ago.
Yeah, I thought so. Verse. You tried it. I knew something was weird that he gave me just a video and not the timestamp. Yeah, you tried it. You got a couple of beats in. You tried it. Good job, Verse. Anyway, let's continue.
I just it's like Nick tell me how he's feel about Bowblax or Tipster or something like that. I was like, you know what? I can do one of two things. I can be pissed off the rest of my life, which sucks.
Yes, it was Bowblax's BLM song. Yes, that's what it was. No, I'm not going to ban Verse. I couldn't ban Verse. He's one of my favorite shitters.
It's hard to sleep at night, or I can just work with the situation. I've never been in a situation where I couldn't say what I wanted about him. It's because I had to defend Augie, Nick, or Bowblax or anything like that. Augie, Nick, or anybody else. I put it out there. So yeah, I guess you're in the wrong place if you just want to throw me under the bus. And for the people that make the comparisons where I went harder or Nick went harder on one guy, well, he didn't go as hard on Bowblax because he cared about.
Okay, who's throwing you under the bus though, Tommy?
There is
like
no,
people in Chud's chat?
It's people in Chud's chat, but I also
you're getting one guy, Tommy.
No.
I agree with Matt on that one. Don't listen to what people are saying in somebody else's chat. Don't listen to it. Listen, people get into a fervor. Sometimes the audience gets into a fervor that they want to see blood. They want to see blood beyond all costs. They want the content of somebody going off, so somebody getting burned at the stake. They want the content. And those people, you just got to ignore. And you just got to keep doing what you're doing.
No. Yeah, I get that too, but there's an aspect about it because Chud properly, I think, pointed out that if you look at our record and you look at the passes that Bowblax got, it does make us a little inconsistent. on the so-called cancellation, which first of all, I'm not big on the whole, I got to cancel you, I'm going to jump on the bandwagon because it makes me safe. That's what Bowblax does. And that's why I always resented him. But I've made peace with him since. So now I'm supposed to get pissed off? No, fuck that. Y'all should have fucking listened to me back then if it was that concerning. And, there's a part of me that I know what's going on behind the scenes more than you do. And I would rather him get better. But yeah, there is an aspect of this where he has screwed up his whole career. That's not my problem.
I agree with Tommy that there are a lot of background aspects about this that people don't see and people don't know. And it makes it really confusing for the audience. And it makes it look like that Bobby is just getting dogpiled. Especially after you hear that he had the mental break. And it does. It makes it look like he's just getting dogpiled. And you're dogpiling somebody who had a mental break. And it's more than just that. And it's a very sticky situation. That's why I can't sit here and yell about this. And I can't go off on Bowblax about this. And I'm not going to.
I also know...
I get one guide all the time, Bored Kitty. I don't know if... maybe you've been here a lot. I don't know. But I'm famous for cussing out my chat and, yelling at them. If I don't yell at them, they feel neglected. My chat feels neglected if I don't yell at somebody in my chat. Or if I don't torture them in some kind of way. Shut up, Verse.
That he couldn't be saved because he won't listen. And he can't be trusted. These are all things I said years ago. But you know when I said it years ago? When he burned my shirt. And everybody thought I was just saying...
I didn't even know about this. I didn't even know about... I didn't know that Bowblax burnt a Tommy shirt. I didn't know about that. I did not know about that. That's lore I did not know.
Watch, just want to say he'll dip on Augie as soon as he gets the chance. And you know what everybody said? You're just mad because he burned your shirt. They didn't see what I saw. And you know what? I have a pretty good record on that. I don't know, John Swan, remember that?
Yeah.
So you want me to get pissed off now? No. Fuck you. You're gonna make me do anything.
By the way, Tommy, I think you're hitting your desk or something, and it's that's what audio. Vault just DM'd me. I don't really hear anything, but.
Was there a lot of fuzzy noises or anything?
I don't know. He said you're hitting your desk or.
It was a bumpy noise.
All right.
Okay, Tommy said it, so I get to say it. Shut up, Vault. Any chance that I get to be able to say shut up, Vault, I take.
How about that? I'll worry about the show right now. Do something. Come in here. I'll kick you in your fucking ass. So, that's just the way I feel about it. Now, he got fixated on lyrics, and then he fucking recorded them for no reason or something like that? I guess you listened to part of it. It was boring, right?
Yeah, it was. I listened to some of it. It was kind of boring, and I didn't really get.
And he thinks he looks good, and he really doesn't. And lyrics.
Lyrics look pretty like a chill dude, just giving advice.
Yeah, he did. He really did. He actually did. Lyrics was like, I want to see you win, Bobby. I want to see you win. Yeah, he was actually pretty cool in the call.
Bowblax recorded it, and then he said
got him.
Drop it.
Gotcha.
Yeah, he's like,
gotcha.
Got him. Yeah.
That's him. This is the guy that I accepted. I accepted him for who he was. And I don't take any kind of pride that he's I am absolutely sure there's something mental going on that's beyond his control at this point.
I agree.
Right? But I also think it's a legitimate criticism to say there's a character flaw there with his entire record. I don't even think it's that much of a stretch to say that maybe our side of the internet or our crew or the Goon Squad or went easy on him. Yeah, sure. You're right. But there's a reason for that. And it's not because we were sucking up to him because he had more subs than us. At the time, he didn't. He actually had nothing. The whole reason, I've heard this before, Augie and Bowblax got together to put their thing together because we're going to beat shot from the point. We're going to be like Tommy. We're going to be bigger than Tommy. And they did. They succeeded.
Yep.
Remember when I said that Augie, and it never actually happened, remember when I said that Augie, the Josh would screw over Augie at one point? Yeah. And then a couple years later, they came it didn't happen. It's yeah, because Josh had done okay. You didn't. And the other ways that went around. But that's who he is. Bowblax has gotten away from murder for years. Yeah, I guess. But I'm not in the cancellation business. I'm in the criticism business. You want a bandwagon cancellation, you can't force me to bandwagon. It's never been done. It's very difficult to pressure me to do that. I will take the L, go underground, take the beating, take lessons, and come back in a couple months after you fucked over 5 people, burned all your bridges, and are gone. And
I'm going to be honest. I don't think anybody's really canceling Bowblax. I feel like Bowblax did it to himself. Hey, Midna. I feel like Bowblax did this to himself. I don't think anybody's actually canceled him. What, 2 streamers were saying stuff about you? That's not a cancellation. You know? I think Bowblax did it to himself. And it's sad. It's sad to see. I'm not happy with it. I'm not happy with it. I'm not happy about this. I don't think it's funny. This is not cool. It's not cool at all. I'm not dancing the jig because I think it's funny. I'm not laughing about it. I'm not even yelling about it and pounding my desk like I normally would.
I'll still be here. Because, let me tell you something. Behind the scenes, and people might think that out in the audience, behind the scenes, nobody thinks I'm a rat. They think I'm trustworthy. They think I get it right. Maybe not that day. Tommy's unhinged today. Heard that from all you before. And, it's not like none of us criticize each other either. It's not like but it's tough with Bowblax because I can make criticism of Turkey Tom, right? I can say something. I can be critical of video. I can do all that stuff, and he's not gonna have a fucking meltdown. Bowblax will take it personally, and he will take that vendetta to the grave. But that's who he is, and that's what I told you he was.
Bowblax can hold a grudge. Bowblax, and this is from knowing Bowblax for a while now. He can hold a grudge. He can hold a grudge like nobody's business. He can hold a grudge. Oh my God.
So let's stop getting surprised. So here's what happened. The people that protect this is very similar to Tip's thing from my perspective, that protect him for the best of intentions. Because I'm seeing this being spun, and in the sense, especially with Nick's situation, there was some kind of ill intent. No, it was the best of intentions. With my crew, there's such thing as redemption. There's such thing as trying to help you get it right. Yeah, has Bowblax probably spent all his coins and stuff like that, and now he's out, and now he's in a bad spot? Yeah, probably. I'm gonna say what I just said with the whole Crown T thing. Way back in the Disney, I'm gonna let the internet have at him. They're gonna decide, not me, because I'm not into that cancel culture shit. I'm in the criticism shit. If that leads to cancellation, so fucking be it. But I'm not bandwagoning. I don't live on here.
I mean, true. Look how many stories I missed out on this year because I just didn't care about the story. Not that I care if somebody got hurt or not, but I just didn't care to cover that story. I don't jump on every big story that everybody talks about. I don't do it because I look at the story and go, eh. And if I go to cover that story, y'all are going to tell very quickly that I really don't give a shit about it. I don't do content just for content's sake. I have to actually have some kind of feeling about it for me to actually talk to y'all about it. I have to. Because if I don't care, y'all are going to see right through it, and you're not going to stay in the live stream and watch me. And I'm not going to put on a good show for y'all. I'm not going to do it. So, you know what? You miss out on some stories with me. Look at the Mr. Beast thing. I could have rode this Mr. Beast train and probably made some good money off of it. Haven't done it. The closest I came to the Mr. Beast train was getting on BJ Investigates because she got slick with her mouth. That's the closest I came to it. I could have done a hell of a lot of live streams about it, but I didn't. Sora Heart for 5. Is Bowblax, who was friends with Keppels, but then she called him transphobe over Twitter? Yes, that's the Bowblax. Which she is lying. She lied about that. Bowblax absolutely is not a transphobe. Not after the conversations I've had with him, I do not believe he is. She was just saying that shit because she wanted the tone policers to go after him. And I don't know about friends. I think they were friendly in the DMs. Friends, I don't know about that part, but friendly in the DMs, yes. Ian Sharp says, good drama is when someone is getting what they deserve. This feels different because Bowblax did this to himself and could have totally avoided it. Yes. Yes. Absolutely.
I'm not saying I'm better than any of you or anything like that, but I just don't. I don't because I don't have to. I like this stuff because it's funny and it's stupid. And guess what? I don't take any joy in him doing this because I'm over it. I'm over any anger I had.
Okay, I'll look for it.
I happen to know that he said something nasty about me hours ago.
Oh, really?
He doesn't know I know, but I do.
That doesn't surprise me. That doesn't surprise me. I'm not surprised by that at all. That's all I'm going to say on that one.
You know?
Jeez.
Yeah. But I expect that behavior from him. I expect that type of stuff. I expect that from Tipster. And I know that there's a part of me. Well, you didn't believe me about John. You didn't believe me about Bowblax. You didn't believe me about half the fucking things that I predict, no matter how many times I do it, no matter how many times I get it right. You know, I'm a pretty good evaluator of character. Am I 100%? Absolutely not. And then you want me to get on a bandwagon? No, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that.
I don't blame him.
No, I'm just not. I'm just going to tell you what I thought. He is a snake. He is motivated by YouTube and subs and all that stuff alone. I think the only reason he has a meltdown earlier is because he went ahead of us early. And I think one of the biggest problems that Bowblax has is that if it's anybody else, and this is the way this is unspoken, but it's true, whoever's got the most subs has the least chance of getting fucked with, right? Mm-hmm. But even though he has the most subs, he does get goofed on a lot. And he doesn't have the respect that a Nick DiOrio, and he doesn't have the fear either, and he wants it.
Did y'all hear that? I think Tommy summed it up. And I think that's been a problem for a while. I think that's been a problem since Bowblax stopped being on After Hours every time After Hours went up. Remember when Augie decided that he was going to basically do After Hours by himself and then let people call in when it used to be Augie and Bowblax? I think that started being an issue at that point. I'm going to be honest with you.
And this is the way this is unspoken, but it's true. Whoever's got the most subs has the least chance of getting fucked with, right? Mm-hmm. But even though he has the most subs, he does get goofed on a lot. And he doesn't have the respect that a Nick DiOrio, and he doesn't have the fear either, and he wants it. He wants it, and he's never going to get it because of the way he behaved. So if you're going to tell me he's a bad person, all that other fucking stuff, yeah, sure. I've already said it. You can go back years ago. You can go back to Wake Up YouTube when Doc had your job. You know. So yeah, to me, my best outcome, he taps out, apologizes to Lyrics, and gets back on the train. I don't.
Absolutely, and you know what? Quite honestly, he can still do that. He can still do that. He really can. Just take the L. Just take the L. It's okay. Everybody has to take them. Everybody has to take them. You know?
I think he's going to do that because I think he's too far gone. And I don't think I didn't bother calling him. You know why? Because I know he's not going to listen to Lyrics. He's going to listen to me. I mean, remember the whole situation with Twoon with Wake Up YouTube. He literally said to me, "I don't believe you, Tommy. That guy's got 100,000 subs." That was what he said to me. That is what he said to me, and I'm supposed to be just as angry about that, like half a decade ago as I am today. No, like Joe was saying, looking at this stuff, and from my perspective, it does look, that the anger against people you don't know isn't the same. And I was like, you're probably right. You're probably right. I'll take that L, so to speak. But there's two ways to do this, right? You can look out for your friends and be a hypocrite, or you can be a stone fucking psychopath and use absolutely everybody for content in every situation. Which, by the way, I'm accused of both.
Yeah.
So you right again, big meanie. And I'm not spiking.
Yeah, I knew as soon as I said that I was going to talk about this, people expected to come in here and me going the fuck off. I know people expect me to go the fuck off, especially after my tweets last night. Because I was angry last night. And I am honestly thankful I didn't go live. I almost went live. I did. I almost went live last night to let y'all know how I felt. But I was like, nope. Sleep on it. Don't do it until you thought about it. And I thought about it. And here I am, talking to you calm. I might be a little loud because I'm a loud bitch, but I've been calm. You can call it robbing you of content all you want, but like Tommy says, get over it. Get over it. I don't care. What's up, Tom? How you doing?
I get football either. I'm just telling you. I can't get. I hope things get better for him. They're not going to, but it's not because of lack of effort. And I would rather be somebody that's seen as a sweeper than somebody that's seen as a rat, because I'm no rat.
Yeah.
You know, I try to give people the benefit of the doubt, and I think that's like when you look at this situation, it's like, wow, yo, Nick wasn't as hard on him as he was on this or was on that. Yeah. Because he's human and he's not a rat.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That's exactly it right there. He literally just summed up why Nick hadn't said anything. As much as a little meatball marinara that Nicholas DiOrio can be, and he gets up on his streams and he has that air of confidence and that air of I don't give a fuck, he still has a heart for his friends. He's still a human being. First time I ever talked to him, I didn't think he was the person when I first saw Nick, I didn't think Nick was the person that I've gotten to know. I thought he was an asshole. Well, no, he was always my favorite out of the commentary bros, but I thought, oh God, he's going to be an asshole. He's going to be an asshole. No, he's actually not. But that's the part people like to see. Blood for the blood gods. Yes, Tommy's take is spot on. It's because he's human. That's why. That's why he hasn't burnt the bridge with Bowblax in a very long time. Very long time.
That's what it is. And like, I'm much rather be a hypocrite than a rat. 100% of the time. The great prophet Tommy said, I'm a good evaluator of character. And you know, and you know what? Like, all right.
It's a Gen X thing. It's definitely a Gen X thing. I'm just saying. I'm just throwing it out there. It's a Gen X thing. We were the last generation that, we had to go outside and play because you had nothing else to do but go outside and play. Okay. It's a Gen X thing. We were around people more. And honestly, because we're older and we've been around more people, we've worked different jobs, or in his case was in the military. He met a plethora of different kinds of people in the military. You know, with me, between working like in like stores and stuff like that, working with customers, turn around working with mechanics and working on cars and stuff like that, I've met a plethora of people. I have been burnt by almost every kind of person you can think of. And I've learned a hell of a lot more lessons because I'm old. Meaden, shut up. Shut up, Meaden. I see your comment. You were also the last generation that had a war within walking distance. Shut up, Meaden.
you go with my cynical way of doing things and looking at things, or you can look at walking Bowblax and say,
yes, arcades were a thing, Dream, but you know what? You had to go outside to go to those arcades. I know. Think about it. You didn't just, cuddle on something and play. You actually left your house and either walked down the street or got in a car because your mom had to take you to the arcade. It was amazing. We actually left the house when I was young. Bro. We left the house and you had to be home by the time the street lights cut on. And if you weren't home by the time the street lights cut on, you were going to get your butt whooped. And then when summertime first started, you know how it stays light outside a little bit longer, but they hadn't reset the timers on the street lights yet? Oh, you were screwed some days. You hope you had cool parents that understood, okay? We drank water from the water hoses. Oh, yeah. It was an amazing time. Xylie acting like there's cyanide gas outside after she grew up. No, that's what the younger generations think. They stay inside on their computers too long. I don't see kids riding around on bikes anymore. The hell?
Augie and Nick, and you could be a little more forgiving than me and say, there's something to work with here. And, he did take that advice from Scrubby, and he did Twitter Versus, and he did a lot. But he expects to be respected in a situation where he's never actually earned it in his own peer group. But he looks at his sub count and he says, why don't I have what I want? Why don't I get what I want? And that may be the mental illness, maybe the autism. I don't fucking know. I'm not a doctor. And maybe he's a stone cold psycho. I don't know. But
I have to admit, I've heard Bowblax say the same thing. In conversations that I've had with Bowblax, I've heard Bowblax say the same thing. I really have. And it's sad. It's sad to be like that.
It's tough for me to get angry when I've pointed this out. This is not me spiking the football. This is just me being emotionally exhausted from 5 years ago. That's what it is. And I'm not a rat. I would try to help somebody at the worst case scenario. And it's kind of like I would, say the credit. And Ben Master over there, he was I stuck by Prince.
I agree with Tommy. And I feel like if I came on here and like last night when I was on Twitter, when I was in his chat or in Lyrics' chat, I was angry. I was angry about what Bowblax was doing. I was angry because I was concerned. I feel like if I would have came on here and just went the fuck off, to me, I would have felt like I was being a rat. If I came on here and acted like I didn't have any concern, I would be lying to my audience. And I don't want to lie to y'all. I don't want to lie to y'all. You trust in me, hopefully, that what I tell you is how I really feel about something. I don't want to lie to y'all. I'm concerned.
So I even got into with him, 6-7 years ago. I'm a person of principle, and I will take an L out of principle. I don't care. There's less money that for a couple months. That's what it means. That's what it means. The criticism I'm seeing of Bowblax, this makes you feel, they seem all legit to me. He seems like he's spinning out of control.
Yeah, he is.
Oh, you're just going to blame mental illness. Well, yes, he's mentally ill. Yes, probably. I don't know if that absolves him either. I hear that all. Just because you have mental illness doesn't mean you're not responsible. I hear that all the time. Well, yeah, sure. Apply it to him. Be my guest. What do you want from me? Do you want me to scream like a fucking jackass when I don't mean it? Some inorganic locale live shit?
Exactly. Tommy hit the nail on the head. Exactly. That's exactly it. He's right. Tommy has the good take. He really does. He has the good take. People are angry for reasons, and I understand them being angry with Bowblax. I do understand that. I'm coming from a place of concern. Yeah, Bored Kitty, I had already seen this. I was in the chat while he was like, yeah, you were right. Yeah, base Tommy. 100%. Xylie is fangirling right now. I'm snitching. Verse, shut up. Tommy knows I love him, okay? I have a soft heart for Tommy, and he knows that. Damn it. That man's made me cry twice, publicly, on stream. Leave me alone.
No. I gave you organic on locale live. I'm going to give you organic here. So, is it autism? No, I think it's a little more than autism. I think there's a character flaw there, and I think it goes beyond autism. I said that years ago.
I do agree. I agree. I agree 100%. And he's getting ready to say it. I'll let him say it.
I think there's a character flaw there, and I think it goes beyond autism. I said that years ago. But I think what we're seeing now, because he's doing stuff that's like counter logic, like here's how I know there's something wrong. Because he's doing stuff that fucking spend his own clout capital. And I know Bowblax, and he would never do that. YouTube comes first. He's not doing that now.
And he knows that wasn't the right move to make. That's what's so concerning about this. He is literally doing the opposite of the advice he gave me when I was going through my shit. He knows how the game is played. He knows how people will react, and he's doing the exact opposite. That's why I'm concerned.
So now I know it's a misfire in the sockets. Because that's
ironically enough, it is kind of out of character, you know?
It is. Now, the bad things aren't out of character, but he always pulled back. He never went the extra mile if he thought it was going to affect his online reputation.
Exactly.
But he's not doing that no more. So something's wrong.
Yes, exactly.
I don't give a fuck who says I'm sweet. You're a rat's ass and kiss my fucking white Irish ass.
I know that's right.
So, that's just the way I see it. And congrats, and I look for lyrics. Who there's another guy I was not too pleased with. I never went around and said he was going to be the worst thing ever. But I think that shows a certain amount of character to try to help him. And what did Bowblax do with that help? He tried to turn it on him.
He tried to turn it on him and flush it down the toilet. And honestly, he did that. Bowblax did that with everybody who tried to help him. Everybody. It wasn't just Nick. It wasn't just Lyrics in that call. It was a lot of other people.
Cancel him. So maybe Bowblax deserves this at some level. Sure. Go ahead.
I made this point. If the roles were reversed, right, and it was Bowblax calling Lyrics to give him advice, and then Lyrics fucking recorded it,
I'd fucking end him.
Everybody be in the chat going lolicon Lyrics, blah, 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 blah.
Yes.
It'd be like all over again. Like, oh, Lyrics is back to his old ways. Fuck that guy.
Sure.
He'd get so much shit. So it's it's only fair.
Yeah, sure. And I suppose you could throw that in.
That's true. That's true. If it was reversed, oh my God, Lyrics would be catching so much hell right now. If it was reversed, he would be catching so much hell. So it was only fair that Lyrics, when he got a hold of that call, he went over that call. That's fair game. Bowblax was the one that leaked it. Lyrics didn't know that it was being recorded. That's fair game. That is absolute fair game. When I found out he leaked it and, Lyrics was going to wait on doing it, I was like, if anybody needs to leak that call first, it should be Lyrics. Because he was the one affected by that call. He was the one that was recorded. It should be Lyrics to do it. That's fair game.
But I don't treat Bowblax equally because I think there is an issue there. And I think his friends, who he forgot about, not surprisingly, something I predicted to happen to Augie, it didn't exactly happen, go the way I predicted, but it has gone that way with other people. Augie, honestly, I think if Augie had 500,000 subs, they would have broke up. Yeah, and I think that's why he has no problems, taking shots at Nick. Because in his mind, this is the way I see it, Nick should respect him.
Yeah.
Respect me. I got more subs than you. Because that's the way he views us. I said that and Wake Up Instagram. And I barely knew the motherfucker. He's the only reason he's got anything is because of me. I'm the one that helped him with the fainted thing. I wrote his video. Wrote it. And what did I get for that? Nothing. I don't got no plaque. I don't got no Tesla. And I'm fine with it. There you go.
Kind of jealous about Tesla, not gonna lie. Just saying.
And
I'm jealous of Nick's Tesla.
He is shit on fucking Sweet. Kiss my ass. Now I can understand like fucking Chud trying to get to the bottom of it and challenge me and Willie or whatever the fuck happened about that an hour
It's
ago.
content.
That's fine.
It's
but,
content.
No, you really.
Listen, again, if you make content, you become the content at one point in time. Okay? The only thing you can hope for is you don't become constant content, because once you become constant content for people, it's either because you're making good videos or you're a lol cow. Like Wings, Boogie, DSP, and all the other lol cows. You don't want to be that content. You want to be the content because you had a moment on a good moment on somebody else's stream or something. You want to be the content if you did in my case, like a great stream where we had somebody come on and it just, that's content. But eventually, as a content creator, you're going to become the content. And you know that. And if you don't know that, then you should not be a content creator. Because there's always going to be people out there that don't like you or going to call you out on your shit. Always.
And then there's always the Sen, Crow's Redemption, fucking other aspect of this. There's probably people that don't listen to those guys, listen to me. I'm principled. I'll go after my own friends. I know what they're doing too. And that's fine. I played this game for a long time. That's fine. But ultimately, you're a rat, and people are going to notice that you're a rat, and I think I'll have more staying power because my audience knows I'm not. I'm consistent. Even when they don't want me to be. Even when I'm sure there's a certain aspect, like I want him to roast Bowblax. I got nothing to say that I haven't said 5 years ago. Now here's what I'm saying. I hope he makes the right decision.
Yes.
I know he's not. I think this particular thing that I'm saying is going to...
And this was before Bowblax's stream. Janelle for $4.99 for your comfort pumpkin spice coffee after the last few days. Thank you, because I am going to the store and I am buying one today because I need it.
Get him so fucking hot, right? I know him. He's going to try to get me again if he can. He's going to try to get everybody. I said this years ago.
All right, so I think that's enough about Tommy. He made good points. I can't get mad at it. Okay, hold on one second. Here we go. Is it a whole thread? No, it's not a whole thread. Well, it's... All right, make sure I'm not showing any messages. Don't want a group chat leak. Okay. All right, here we go. Nick says, the only thing I'd like to clarify is Josh is clinging towards King of Nothing, being the reason why people are mad. Insinuating one stray comment out of line is the reason. My ego consumed him. The reality of the situation is that Josh himself often played both sides. Publicly... Okay, I'm not reading correctly. Please excuse me. The reality of the situation is Josh himself often played both sides publicly, and this annoyed most of my friends at one point or another. He's talking about before June, before the mental break. I'm not sure if it was out of fear or just him being a snake, but he would often insert himself as a neutral party and throw himself right between two people fighting. For example, he did this in the first King of Nothing conflict and regretted it instantly. He expressed this to me several times, so my mind was boggled by why he would jump in again. Did I read that already? Yes, I did. Okay. I was also annoyed because Josh was repeating virtually every single thing King of Nothing said about me/others, and he's been leaking for months. His offline position was not neutral. In fact, he expressed to me several times that he hoped King of Nothing backstabbed him so he would have the ability to run a month's worth of streams farming or bullying him. Josh was either acting like a fake piece of shit all the time in public or blowing smoke in private. Either way, I found this behavior pathetic, and eventually I said something. And I can tell you, it probably wasn't just the King of Nothing either. It probably wasn't the King of Nothing either. When I spoke to him immediately after the Chud stream, he was caught off guard when I reminded him that he was salivating at the thought of running stream after stream, farming his other friend for money, kind of getting mixed signals. And then here's Connor here. And now, given how he acted about lyrics, I wouldn't be surprised if he's built up random dirt on you and Con simultaneously, with plans to release all of it for Goofy Drama in 2025, as somehow this makes it okay. Yeah. Yeah, it's sad to see. It's real sad to see. I know Bowblax had that mental break, but the problem was around before that mental break. The problem was around before that. And it's the type of situation where the public didn't know the problem. Because, you know, people were trying to fix the problem. So I know Nick is supposed to go live today. I don't know if he set that up. I don't know if Nick's going to talk about the Bowblax situation. I personally kind of hope he does, in the sense to clarify some things. Because I know for the audience, this feels like this came out of nowhere. And I think, my personal point of view, I don't know if I'm correct, okay? I'm going to make this very fucking clear. I don't know if I'm correct in saying this, but it feels like, to me, this has been building since he wasn't on After Hours anymore. And I think it just slowly started building after that. And I think it started getting worse when Augie stopped being around. That's just my own personal feeling. I don't know. I don't know if I'm correct. I could be completely wrong. I could be completely wrong in this. So don't take what I'm saying as gospel. But I feel like this has been building since Augie left. And it got, well, excuse me. I think it's been building since he stopped being on After Hours all the time. And I think it got worse when Augie left. That's what I think. Personally. And I just, listen, Bowblax, if you listen to this, or even if you're watching it, I just want you to get better. Just take the L, say you're sorry. There's nothing wrong with saying you're sorry. People fuck up all the time. People fuck up all the time. You can say you're sorry. You got people who are genuinely concerned for you and genuinely see this situation as being sad. Just take the L. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, just say sorry and don't make excuses. Exactly. Say, look, I fucked up. I fucked up. I was hoping so much that that's what that stream was going to be. And not that video that you made. Because that video didn't put lyrics in a bad light. It really didn't. It didn't put Toastify in a bad light. It didn't do what you thought it was going to do. And you can see your comment section. Your comment section is telling you that. And it's sad to see. Yeah, Reaper, you'll be able to rewatch it. I'm leaving this one up. I'm leaving this one up. But yeah, that's all I gotta say about it. I just, I'm concerned. I'm mad at him. I am mad at him. Don't get it twisted. I'm angry at Bowblax. I really am. But I can't be angry without recognizing the concern in it all, too. And that's why I waited to do this live stream. That's why I didn't do it last night. Because last night you would have gotten pure anger, and I don't think that would have been proper for me to do. You know? You know what? I'm going to be honest with you, Kitty. I don't have a problem with what Chud did. Like his stream yesterday when he had the commentary community council up there, like everybody called in. I don't have a problem because everybody's got a story on Bowblax. Everybody's got a story on Bowblax. That should tell you something. That should tell you something. It should tell you something that Tommy called it 5 years ago. You know? But it's a sad situation. But anyway. Oh, it didn't help Bowblax. Yeah. No, it didn't help him at all. It didn't. You're 1,000% correct on that one. 1,000% correct on that one. It didn't help him at all. It didn't. It really didn't. But all right, well, I'm gonna get out of here. This was a live stream. It's so funny. I'm gonna have to say this. This was a live stream I didn't think I'd have to do, but I felt like I had to because my name started getting thrown in the mix. And honestly, I didn't want y'all coming into my chat and asking me 10,000 questions while I'm trying to talk about something else. You know how I am. I don't like to get squirreled out of content of what I'm trying to talk about because then it'll throw me off, you know? And I felt like, being that my name got thrown in the mix, I had to say something. You know? I just want Bobby to get better. I just want him to get better. You know, but unfortunately, I can't really trust him. I can't. He broke my trust. So, yes, Tommy is a prophet. Tommy's a witch. So, all right, guys, I'm getting out of here. Y'all have a great night, day, weekend, whatever. Okay, and have a good day. Bye.
Ain't no motherfucker in this world could do it like me. Open up your eyes and insert a little rising. You don't have to love me, you don't have to like me. Got enough love in myself, in my psyche. You should have the same in your brain nightly. If you wanna taste, bitch, you can fucking try me. If you wanna hate, bitch, you know where to find me. And if you go and hate this, you can fucking bite me. I'll be cruising in my lane fast, call it high speed. I've been working hard, yeah, I've been working nightly. If you think you'll win, ha, not fucking likely. I be taking shots, yeah, cold-blooded, icy. Watching numbers grow is what I call sightseeing. In the front row, run it up when they hype me. The following grows, they know how to ignite me. Call me CEO, I've been running shit right, see. And I ain't playing games, I create my own lane, making pleasure out of pain, turning losses into gains, I'm the boss, I'm making change. I've been rocking this exchange, popping off and risking things, gonna make a fucking name. I just wanna be famous, but I don't want that cheap fame. No, I'm not that vain, I just wanna be greatness. 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 Ain't no motherfucker in this world could do it like me. Open up your eyes and insert a little rising. You don't have to love me, you don't have to like me. Got enough love in myself, in my psyche. You should have the same in your brain nightly. If you wanna taste, bitch, you can fucking try me. If you wanna hate, bitch, you know where to find me. And if you go and hate this, you can fucking bite me. Okay, I'm going off every chance I get. I don't really take a loss, well, I'll admit. That's why I'll make it to the top, yeah, I commit. And no, I'm never getting lost, I get after it. Investing in my own stock, cause it's faster than any crypto hits go, let me spend. Everything that you see is something I invent. And it's only a percent. I'm gonna take shots. If I miss all, forget it. I'll take a fat loss just to learn all that's in it. I'm taking snapshots, learning how to fall and get it. I'm getting back up, always stand tall, don't sweat it. I never back up, I don't miss a thing or regret it. I'm always learning, you could call me academic. I'm always working, never been apathetic. Bad energy is like a poison, needs some antiseptic. Ain't no motherfucker